Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome to Adventures in History. Today's topic is the Zuck family reunion at Lakeside, Ohio, USA, 2002. The reunion was held from Saturday, August 24th to Saturday, August 31st. Peter J. Ray. Saturday, August 24th. Those who arrived today included Greg Lacey, his wife Gina, Victoria, Connie, Tom, the friend of Victoria, Marina, mother of Gina, John Lacey, Lisa Lacey, Madeline, Mark and Terry Ray, Patricia Ray, John and Ruth Ray, and Peter Ray. A contingent ate dinner at Abigail's, followed by the program at the Hoover Auditorium. The Guy Lombardo Orchestra, or as my father would say, Guy Lumbago. Other activities included walking out on the dock and visiting on the porch. Victoria and Tom explained what it's like to be a teenager today with the various categories like prep, punk, skater, homie, and so forth. A fine time was had by all. The gang's all here. Sunday, August 25th. Bob Kinsey, 2:37 p.m. Bob Kinsey arrives with a 99-cent chicken sandwich from McDonald's, still hot. Peter J. Ray. Let's see what did we do today? A group did go over and play shuffleboard to warm up for the shuffleboard tournament. Some played frisbee, basketball with Mark and Bob Kinsey, then swam in Lake Erie with Bob. Walked around Lakeside with Terry, Victoria, and Tom looking for a non-existent garage sale. We all headed over to Nate's for the big family dinner with Jim and Katie Zuck and their sons, Chris and Tim Zuck. Had a good talk with Chris Zuck about the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Indians, Star Trek, John Zuck, and Marion, Ohio. Greg Lacey. The poker game was fantastic. After 2 hours of regular poker, we started a game of Red Dog. It started out fairly innocent. Everyone anteed $1. 5 of us played. Patricia, Ruth, Greg, John Ray, and John Lacey. The cards went around several times, and it soon became apparent that this was an evil deck. Greg was the first loser. He bet the pot at $5 and lost. Now the pot was $10. A few more hands later, and the pot was $20. John Lacey had a good hand and bet the pot and lost. Now the pot was $40. A few hands later, and the pot was $50. No winners yet. John Ray had a good hand, 3 suits covered with high cards. Last suit covered with a low card. He bet the pot and drew a higher card than he had. Now the pot was $100. We kept on playing. No one had good hands or the nerve to bet very high. John Ray finally had another good hand. The pot was $112. He bet the pot and lost. The pot was now $224. One of the highest, if not the highest, I had ever seen at Lakeside. A few hands later, John Lacey had a good hand. Not sure if he had enough to cover it. He asked, Do you accept small children? After a good laugh, he bet $50 and won. Our first big winner. After wiping the sweat off his brow, he collected his winnings. John Lacey continued to win, collecting $30 and $20 from the pot. It was approaching midnight, and we were winding down. The pot was still over $170. John Ray really wanted to collect some of his money back. It got down to the last hand. John Ray had a strong hand. The pot was $178. He sat there in deep thought, bet the pot to recoup some of his losses, or risk taking another $178. We all sat there with visions of a $356 pot. Patty urged her father, Don't do it, Dad. It's getting painful to watch. But John was determined to beat the evil deck. He called, I'll bet the pot. We waited with bated breath. He flipped the card. A winner! John Ray took his money, put the bills in his wallet, the coins in his dish, and said, How about that? Monday, August 26th. Peter J. Ray. Greg, Gina, Victoria, Tom, Connie, Marina, Mark, and Terry took the ferry over to Put-in-Bay. Bob and Peter walked around Lakeside and sunned on the dock. Later, Peter, Bob, and Patty swam off the dock. Bob and Peter played some basketball. The group had patio chicken, corn, and tomatoes at the cottage. Madeline sang God Bless America and said Go Yankees and Go Indians. What a nice little girl. Bob Kinsey left. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Another big poker game tonight. Connie and Peter walked on the dock and had a long talk about the state of the world, as well as handbell choirs, terrorism, and the Philippines. Greg Lacey. The trip to Put in Bay was fun. We rented 2 golf carts and cruised around the island. The first stop was the Perry Monument. We heard a very informative talk from a park ranger about the Battle of Lake Erie. A lot of luck and skill helped Commodore Oliver Perry win the battle against the British. He was only 27. Sad to say, he died of yellow fever when he was 34. We went to the top of the memorial. What a great view. The monument is the 3rd tallest monument in the national park system. The arch in St. Louis is the tallest, 640 feet. And the Washington Monument is second, 555 feet. Then the Perry Monument, then the Statue of Liberty. The Perry Monument is 352 feet tall. This monument is an international peace monument. It recognizes the longest international border that is not guarded. The U.S. and Canada border is over 4,000 miles long and has been unguarded for 190 years. We then went to Dairy Queen for lunch, then to the Perry Monument Visitor Center. Very good. A good movie about the battle. Also talked about how many people were killed or wounded in that battle. Then we did a little shopping, went to the Beer Barrel Saloon with the world's longest bar, toured around some more, stopped at the state park to rest by the lake, and skipped stones. Then we caught the ferry back to Port Clinton. A fun afternoon. Now in the shuffleboard tournament, in the first round, Greg Lacey and Patricia Ray and Terry Ray defeated Greg Lacey and Mark Ray, 109-30. And then John Lacey and Victoria Bourbeau defeated Peter Ray and Tom, 114-20. And Gina and Marina defeated John Ray and Connie. John Ray and Connie defeated Gina and Marina, 101-77. And Ruth Ray and Lisa Lacey had a bye. In the second round, Patricia and Terry defeated John Lacey and Victoria, 107-38. And John Ray and Connie defeated Ruth and Lisa, 112-45. And then in the championship round, Patricia Ray and Terry Ray defeated John Ray and Connie Lacey, 106-79. So Patricia Ray and Terry Ray were the shuffleboard tournament champions for 2002. Victoria Bourbeau, 9:30 p.m., August 27, 2002. There has been a never-ending game of poker throughout all the nights. Tonight we all play jungle volleyball. Jungle volleyball is volleyball with basically no rules. Just play as you go along. We used a kickball. It was a bad choice, but the best we had. We would have used a basketball or the kickball. One team was Peter, John Lacey, and Tom. The other, Greg, Victoria, and Mark. It was a painful game for our hands, of course, but we had lots of fun. The game was fierce, yet not competitive. We didn't keep score. Connie Lacey. August 27th, 2002, 11:30 p.m. While the gang is in the midst of a poker game, I'll write a few reminiscences of Lakeside 2002. I, Connie, Grandma Lacey, arrived on Saturday, August 24th with John, Lisa, and Madeline, after spending the night at Lisa's parents' house in Rochester, New York. The rest of the family, Greg, Gina, Victoria, Marina, and Victoria's friend Tom, were here, as well as John and Ruth Ray, Mark and Terry, Patty and Peter. Peter's fun and friend Bob Kinsey came on Sunday. Yes, almost all the gang's here, except for Chris Lacey, who was unable to come this year. He started a new job at Old Navy in Fishkill, or Fishhead, New York, and felt he couldn't leave. It was good to see Lake Erie and the beautiful grounds of Lakeside, as well as the Shy Cottage where we stayed for quite a few years. the dock where many conversations have been held, the Hoover Auditorium, and the Guy Lombardo Orchestra. The patio, looking good after a remodeling after the fire a few years ago. Putt-putt golf, which was more difficult with new obstacles. The shuffleboard court, scene of many tough competitions. Put-in-Bay, a neat place to visit. Had some fun times with the family. Madeline kept us well entertained, and Victoria and Tom were so interesting to talk with about many subjects. It seems never long enough to visit with everyone. I hope it won't be too long before I can return here again for a family reunion. Had some great talks with Peter, Connie Lacey. Marina Mackey, Gina's mother. Today is my last day here at Lakeside. With me, I will take fond memories of all the wonderful people I met here, who have extended their warmth and many conversations, wonderful times this family has had for many years. It's nice to see families get together, come from all over to keep family traditions endless. I truly enjoyed my stay here, very relaxed and warm. Thank you. John, Ray, Ruth, Patty, Peter, Mark, Terry, John, Lisa, Madeline, Gina, Greg, Victoria, and Tom, and Connie. Peter J. Ray. Played some basketball with Tom while Victoria rollerbladed. We had a round of putt-putt golf. Mark was the big winner with a 42, followed by John Lacey, 44, Peter, 47, Connie, 48, and Patty, 51. Then we had the Grand Shufflehead Tournament. In the finals, Patty and Terry emerged victorious, 106-79 over John, Ray, and Connie. Jim and Katie Zuck came to observe the spectacle. Then it was off to Ponderosa for too much food, followed by jungle volleyball and poker. It was a very windy day. The dock closed because of high waves. Wednesday, August 28th, 2002. Peter J. Ray. Greg, Gina, Victoria, Tom, Marina, and Connie departed this morning. We are all struggling to cope with the loss. Played some more basketball, got some sun. Went with John and Madeline to the playground, played tennis, frisbee, and went swimming with Mark. We ate at the cottage tonight. Too wavy, so the dock was closed. Another poker game with John Lacey, the big winner. John Lacey was this year's overall poker winner. Lisa Bryant Lacey, Thursday, August 29, 2002. Our departure day, Madeline, John, and myself, we've had a wonderful time and we'll look forward to bringing the new baby to Lakeside next year. Madeline had a little fun on John Ray's stomach last night while he was laying on the couch. It was very cute. I've really enjoyed having Madeline visiting with everyone. She will know she is loved from across the country and world. Thank you for all the wonderful hugs and nice talks. Peter J. Ray. Jim and Katie came over this morning and we had a grand time out on the porch reading John Zuck's 1918 letters to his future bride, Nell Clark. That was followed by the departure of John, Lisa, and Madeline. After that, the remaining gang headed over to the shuffleboard courts. The shuffleboard courts for another tournament, with Ruth and Peter emerging as the victors. Later, Patty and Peter played tennis up at the clay courts. We all saw the movie Wind Talkers at Orchestra Hall about Navajo Indians in the U.S. Marines during World War II on Saipan. World War II at Saipan, Micronesia. Then we read some of Grandma Smallshow's 1951 letters to Ruth out on the porch. Friday, March 30th, 2002. Peter J. Ray. John Ray, Mark, Patty, and Peter played 9 holes of golf at Bay Point, with Mark the big winner. That was followed by tennis, swimming, dinner at the cottage, a walk out on the dock, and the movie Stuart Little 2 at Orchestra Hall. Then there was talking on the porch. Saturday, March 31st, 2002. John S. Ray. Another wonderful week at Lakeside. Great company and great weather. Now in the second shuffleboard championship, Ruth Ray and Peter Ray defeated Katie Zuck and Patricia Ray 100-42, and Mark and Terry Ray defeated Jim Zuck and John Ray 102-53. And in the championship round, Ruth Ray and Peter Ray defeated Mark and Terry Ray 106-64, so Ruth and Peter were the champions in the second shuffleboard tournament. Saturday, August 31st, 2002, Patricia A. Ray. We are cleaning up. Mom, Terry, and I went to the $1 sweater sale, and Dad is posted out front to sell Cleveland City of Champions t-shirts. I am feeling much better after a week of rest, tennis, swimming, and eating lots of tomatoes from Jim and Katie's garden. Terry and I were champions at shuffleboard. The week flew by. I feel so lucky to have this reunion every year. I love everybody. Love, Patty. Ruth Smallshell Ray. How wonderful to have you all here. Love, Mother. So that concludes today's presentation, the Zuck family reunion at Lakeside, Ohio, USA 2002. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.